The year is 1997, and this is the story of Ferdinand Wagner. Round 1 of the 1997 Formula 1 World Championship on F1 Challenge. We are in Melbourne, Australia. The marketing pundits call it a great place for the race, so let's see if F1's new opening city can impress once again. Bizarrely enough, neither of the Williams cars managed to qualify on the front row. Instead, it was Michael Schumacher who would clinch a sensational pole position ahead of the flying Finn Mika Häkkinen. Ferdinand Wagner qualified an impressive 8th, starting ahead of Jean Alesi and his teammate Johnny Herbert. Nakano also impressed, out-qualifying Olivier Panis on debut. It's lights out and the 1997 season is go! Great start for both McLarens and Schumacher. Frentzen ahead of Villeneuve, everybody following through just fine. No collisions so far for the opening round of the 1997 championship. It's Irvine, Wagner, Berger, Fisichella, and Alesi rounding out the top 10. The Sauber driver fighting with his compatriot for the very first time in Formula 1. Look at Frentzen getting past Häkkinen. Schumacher, Coulthard, Frentzen, Häkkinen, Villeneuve, Irvine, the top 6 after lap 1. Berger still squabbling with Friedrich Wagner behind them. And look at the Canadian getting past the McLaren driver. Frank Williams will surely be ecstatic at that. Irvine getting past as well. Is Häkkinen on a one-stop strategy? Meanwhile, the two Prosts are fighting in their inaugural outing. Friedrich outbraking Häkkinen for 6th, but the flying Finn fights back. Coulthard showing Schumacher the power of the new Mercedes Ilmor V10 engine. Lap 9 and Irvine is in for his first pit stop. The Ferrari squad seemingly underfueled the Ulsterman, forcing him into an unwanted 3-stop strategy. Wagner getting past Häkkinen for 6th place. Frentzen going wide, giving Villeneuve a chance to pounce. And it's goodbye for Gerhard Berger, the veteran plowing into the back of a debuting Jarno Trulli and his Minardi. How disappointing! Lap 17 and Coulthard in for his first pit stop. Schumacher now in the lead. Häkkinen just streaks ahead of his teammate. HHF into the pits. Villeneuve had to weave through quite a bit of traffic, but still comes out ahead of his German teammate. And there goes a Jordan, it's Fisichella. His brakes might have needed another check over before the race. Eddie Jordan will be gutted. Take it easy, Friedrich. The rookie back down to 7th, Alesi now through. Schumacher's in the pits. And back out behind Coulthard. Could the German go for a one-stop similar to Häkkinen? The flying Finn ahead of Coulthard, Schumacher in 3rd, Villeneuve and Frentzen behind, as well as Jean Alesi. The Benetton driver now in the pits, as well as Nakano for their first and only pit stop. The two Williams drivers have caught up to Schumacher in the meantime. And there goes last year's runner-up for the championship. Unbelievable! His engine has quit the job and Frentzen into the back of him. What an absolute disaster for Williams. So much for Renault V10 supremacy. Lap 33, Häkkinen into the pits, which puts Coulthard back in the lead. Schumacher right behind Häkkinen in 3rd ahead of Wagner, Schumacher Jr. and Alesi. Irvine trying his best in 7th, chasing the Benetton. But his front wing has other ideas. That's it for Irvine. What a shambles. Coulthard in for his 2nd stop on lap 39. Häkkinen now ahead of Schumacher in 1st and 2nd. Coulthard in 3rd. And Frentzen is out. Unbelievable. Wide again. Williams' debut done and dusted for Hill's replacement. Lucky escape though for Coulthard. Final lap of the race and Jean Alesi's engine quits. 2 DNFs for Renault. Poor luck for the French Sicilian once again. This puts Shinji Nakano into the points on debut, same as Ralf Schumacher and Friedrich Wagner. Final corner for Mika Häkkinen, the Finn about to taste victory for the first time in Formula 1. McLaren and Mercedes are back on top. Schumacher finishes a strong 2nd, Coulthard in a decent 3rd. Surprisingly, Wagner scores 4th on debut ahead of Ralf Schumacher and Shinji Nakano. 3 rookies in the top 6. If Editing Me has done her job properly, you should be able to see the rest of the results on your screen right now. If you've got any feedback for me and this series, considering this is a new style of editing I'm attempting at the moment, please let me know in the comments below. I'm trying my best to keep these videos as short as possible, though it is a completely new experience for me, so apologies if in terms of pacing it might still be off from time to time in the beginning. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you for the 1997 Brazilian Grand Prix on F1 Challenge. Until then, keep racing.